Welcome everyone to Meditation Mount and to this opportunity to gather and create a positive spiritual energy field that supports the upcoming election in the USA and inspires people to vote their conscience in pursuit of a more perfect union. So we acknowledge each of us gathered from various parts of the world, as well as from the various states of the United States of America. We're referring to the soul of America today. In this context, it means the soul of the USA. And we acknowledge all those other countries that make up North, Central, and South America that we know collectively as the Americas. However, today, because of the upcoming election, we're going to be focusing on the soul of the USA that we call the soul of America. So let's begin by creating a coherent group field together. And we can do this by taking a deep breath, closing our eyes, and entering that place of stillness inside the heart. And from there, we see each of us around the planet as points of light. And we connect these many points of light with beams of lighted love that we radiate out from our hearts, so that together we create a network of lighted hearts, a matrix of love and light in which we may stand and carry out our work today. Thank you. So in the same way that each of us has an overlighting soul that seeks to guide, refine, and shape the personality so that it might be a useful vehicle of soul expression on earth, so each nation has its own overlighting soul that seeks to guide its destiny throughout the course of history. The soul of a nation contains the promise and potential of that country, the best that it has to offer. And when the soul is able to govern and guide the collective personality, then there is a true flowering of the gifts of that nation that then become a gift to the rest of the world. The USA has an overlighting soul that guides its destiny. And so the purpose today of our meditation is to come into alignment and resonant relationship with this presence, and to create a clear channel whereby its light and wisdom can flow into everyday life and inspire and encourage people to choose the best path forward. This is a time in our nation's history when we need to call upon our better angels, call upon them to support and guide us as we strive to create this more perfect union. And like the Statue of Liberty in New York Harbor, let us hold high the torch of liberty. The USA's destiny and role in the world is captured in its spiritual motto, which is, I light the way. I light the way. So like the beacon held by the Statue of Liberty, the light of the soul of the USA is intended to guide people to the new world. And the role of this nation is to show what is possible and to lead the world by the light of example. So this specific role is to be acted out on the world stage, to light the way, to be an exemplar of the best of humankind. And these sentiments were elegantly summed up in the words of JFK from an undelivered speech, because on the evening of November the 22nd in 1963, JFK was scheduled to speak in Austin, Texas. And as we know, he never made it. He was assassinated earlier that day. So I'd like to read the final inspiring paragraphs from that undelivered speech 57 years ago. And let us allow those words to reverberate through the years and to inspire us today. So these are JFK's words that were written but never spoken. Almost everywhere we look, the story is the same. In Latin America, in Africa, in Asia, in the councils of the world, and in the jungles of far-off nations, there is now renewed confidence in our country and our convictions. For this country is moving, and it must not stop. It cannot stop, for this is a time for courage and a time for challenge. Neither conformity nor complacency will do. Neither the fanatics nor the faint-hearted are needed. And our duty as a party is not to our party alone, but to the nation, and indeed to all mankind. Our duty is not merely the preservation of political power, but the preservation of peace and freedom. So let us not be petty when our cause is so great. Let us not quarrel amongst ourselves when our nation's future is at stake. Let us stand together with renewed confidence in our cause, united in our heritage of the past and our hopes for the future, and determined that this land we love shall lead all mankind into new frontiers of peace and abundance. So those words from 57 years ago are still ringing in the ethers. So let us carry the spirit of that message with us into the meditation that Dot will now lead.
Thank you, Michael. As we attune to the soul of the United States of America, at this time of national decision-making, we call upon our better angels to create a positive spiritual energy field that supports the upcoming election and inspires people to vote their conscience in pursuit of a more perfect union. Let us prepare for our meditation. And during the meditation, we will use the invocation for the soul of the USA, developed by the Center for Visionary Leadership. With a deep breath, we align ourselves as the spiritual beings we are. And with another breath, we unite our hearts across distance. And now, let us take a moment to invite those on the other side of the veil to assist us as we invoke the soul of the United States of America. See the USA align with its highest purpose, so that it may serve the greatest good of all its people and contribute to the larger community of nations and our planet Earth. The invocation of the soul of the United States of America. May we, as a nation, be guided by the divine to rediscover the sacred flame of our national heritage, which so many have given their lives to safeguard. Let the wounds of separation and division be healed by opening our hearts to listen to the truth on all sides, allowing us to find a higher truth that includes us all. May we learn to honor and enjoy our diversity and differences as a people, even as we more deeply touch our fundamental unity. May we, as a people, undergo a transformation that will draw forth individuals to lead our nation who embody courage, compassion, and a higher vision. May our leaders inspire us, and we so inspire each other that a new spirit of forgiveness, caring, and honesty be born in our nation. May we, as a united people, move with clear, directed purpose to take our place within the community of nations to help build a better future for all humankind and all creation. May we, as a nation, rededicate ourselves to truly living as one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And may God's will be done for our nation as we, the people, align with that will. Om. Let us now invoke the souls of all nations. Visualize this energy flowing in a lighted connection with those who are invoking the souls of their nations. Imagine a synthesis of nations serving on behalf of the common good. We firmly and with clear intention invoke the souls of all nations around the world in the spirit of cooperation, in the spirit of peace, in the spirit of freedom, to the glory of the One. And we see the lighted network of soul-infused nations circling the planet, affirming us as one human family. We take a time of intentional silence now as we see humanity's heart awakening, as the souls of nations begin to express, and we are open to receive impressions as we observe the beauty of the emerging new era. And as we stand together in the fire of love, we now distribute the accumulations gathered in our group chalice, holding the intention to meet the need of the moment. As we sound together that great prayer for world peace, the great invocation. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into human minds. Let light descend on earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into human hearts. May the coming one return to earth. From the center where the will of God is known, let purpose guide all little human wills, the purpose which the masters know and serve. From the center which we call the human race, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it seal the door where evil dwells. Let light and love and power restore the plan on earth.
Thank you, Dot. Let's take a few moments just to assimilate the energies that have been pouring into our group field. As we stand inside the aura of the soul of America, the soul of the USA, accompanied by the souls of many nations. And I'm reminded at this time of the work of Dr. Roberto Assagioli from Italy. Many of you know that Dr. Assagioli was the founder of psychosynthesis, a transpersonal and progressive approach to creating the whole person. He was also the inspiration behind Meditation Mount in Ojai, Southern California. And his life was dedicated to walking the path of synthesis. And one of the dreams he had was that there would be citizens, groups of citizens in each country who would gather together to align with the soul of their nation, to create a clear channel whereby the qualities of the national soul could flow into the daily life of the people. And many of those groups have been working for years. And there is a renaissance of this work now. And many new groups are emerging to take up this work. So Roberto Assagioli saw these national groups then coming together to create a synthesis of nations, as Dot referred to. And the synthesis of nations then is in deep resonance with the overlighting soul of humanity. So we know that the evolution of consciousness on Earth is a progressive journey from one state of wholeness into a greater state of wholeness, a greater state of synthesis. So may we walk this path of synthesis together, one step at a time, so that each nation is inspired and governed by its better angels. May we then weave together these many cultural and national threads to form the greater synthesis, this multicolored tapestry that is the flowering of the promise of the splendor and beauty of our true humanity. So, focusing on the synthesis of nations as the larger planetary context, let us bring ourselves back into the soul of America and that great point of decision happening this coming Tuesday. Let us carry with us the light of the soul of America to illumine the way through this present dark passage in human history. And as we vote and await the election results and wonder who will emerge as the winner, let us ponder together on these words from David Spangler. If we fear each other, it may be because in some way we fear ourselves. Let's change that. Let's trust in our goodness and help others to do the same. There's no reason the winner of our election in this country has to be fear and anger. We can decide otherwise. Whoever holds the office of the presidency or the offices of senator and representative, we hold the country. We hold the country in our hearts, in our choices, in our actions, and in our behavior towards each other. In the days and months ahead, let's ensure that the winner is the best in us. So may we do that. May the winner be our better angels. And we stand together as a global group, holding the USA in our heart, asking that the choices made by its people will lead us into an era where truth, goodness, and beauty govern. So be it, and help us to do our part. Thank you all for your presence and participation in this meditation. May we carry the light of freedom and liberty with us, and may it shine from our souls at every opportunity. So we say farewell from Meditation Mount in Southern California. Say blessings. May we stay safe. May we stay centered. May we stay strong together. Namaste. Blessings on our work.